to talk about design that fascinates me, just stuff I've come across over the last year that I find really, really interesting, and stuff other people are doing that encourages me to do more with my design work and my work. So the first example is from this book called The Secrets of Persuasion, and it talks about this company, Williams, and they had a bread maker. It was an awesome bread maker, everybody loved it, but nobody would buy it. Everybody thought it was expensive. So they went back to the drawing board, they didn't know what to do, and they did something completely counterintuitive. They brought in another bread maker that was even more expensive than the first, had more features, and was even more ridiculously priced. But suddenly, and guess what happens? The first one suddenly starts selling. So now you have something to anchor the price to. First you were deciding to buy a bread maker or not, now you decide which bread maker to buy. And it was awesome. Suddenly they started selling more of the one that was cheaper, that they weren't able to sell. Okay. And that's the great effort, it's just framing. You frame the design. You don't just design the product, you design where it sits. And we do this on the web all the time. The platinum plan is a dummy plan. Nobody's going to pay 249 euros. But it makes the gold plan look really good. And we do this all the time with stuff. We try to put in fake stuff to make other things look way better. All of a sudden, the middle choice is the best one. So who likes Vegas? What is it known for? Gambling. And the gambling industry is really interesting. Because there's two types of casinos on the strip in Vegas. There's where the locals play and where all the international tourists play. And places where the locals play are really different. They arrange neatly in rows, they're open, you can see where everybody's sitting, clearly marked exits. If you're into usability, you love it. You know how to get in, you know how to get out, you play your game, you leave. And people love it. And we like simplicity, we like minimalism, so we try to do that in all our work. And this is what happens where the locals play. Just clean, it's really nice and easy, breezy. You don't feel tense, you don't feel stressed. And you think more people will play there, but that's not the casinos that make the money. The casinos that make the most money are where the tourists go. And the places that the tourists go are crazy. The carpets are crazy, the ceilings are crazy, they keep changing every time, the rooms are endless, tables lead into other tables. If you lose your friends you lost at a carnival, you'll never find them again. And the tourists love these places. It's surreal, it's like being on a movie set. And you wouldn't think if you interview them, nobody would say, I want to come there, get lost, not be able to get to my room. The carpets will give you a headache if you've been drinking, just the carpets alone. But this is professional design. These are professionals who know their audience better than the audience knows themselves. Then there's the other type of design, where audience designs for itself. And I've got some examples of some things that the people do themselves, you wouldn't think they'd be able to. Your stereo is broken, put a boombox in your car. Have a phone with maps, no GPS, duct tape it. UK charger, Indian ports, screwdriver. That can't be dangerous at all. That's going to work fine. My favorite example is one on the bottom left. Where do couples go to get privacy? There's a safety in numbers. No expert could design this. They do this themselves. Safety in numbers, you have your privacy but not too much privacy so the girls are safe. You're not going to get in trouble for leaving home with an umbrella. Looks okay. So more stuff like that. Now this is design done bad. When the Americans had to fight Japan for the Second World War, they had to go to the island, set up bases, send cargo, move to the next island, set up bases, send cargo, make their way all the way across the Pacific. So they start all the way from the States, top right, go through the Pacific, up to Japan. People on these islands hadn't seen human contact. They were in the Stone Age. They didn't have metals. They had rocks, they had wood. So when cargo came, it was space age shit. They loved it. They didn't know what to do. When the war ended and the cargo stopped, they didn't know what to do. So they did what they saw other people doing. They dressed up as American soldiers. They made rifles out of wood. And the tribals, they started marching up and down, thinking now the cargo gods will send us more planes. Give us G's, give us Coke, send us MP3. It would have been fine at that. They go a step further. They build fake airplane. They build watchtower. They try to cut runways. They start worshipping the cross. They include it in their ceremonies. They think all this stuff is going to bring them cargo. And this is when design goes bad. When you just copy what somebody else is doing without understanding why they do it. So there's salt and pepper shakers. Which one is salt, which one is pepper? Some people say salt, some people say pepper, but it doesn't matter. It matters what the guy filling them things, because that's what you're going to get. So don't forget about the person behind all this. He's the real user. And next thing that was from Direct Eye. This is on one of the walls. Fuck if I know what switch does what. Some of them turn on lights so far away that I can't see them from where I'm standing. I have to go across, see what it did. I have no idea. And these are problems we have solutions to. But if somebody copying somebody else's design without understanding what really happened, we know we can make them transparent. We can color them differently. You can label your fucking lights. Just take a mark, a sharper little marker, start writing what they do. It will be so much easier. And that's the whole point of it. If you think you know what you're doing and you're still doing it wrong, then you don't know what you're doing. My favorite, to know and not do is not yet to know. And this is professional design gone wrong. Thank you.